My name is Sophia, and as an artist I go by PHIAMESO, and that represents my name Sophia intertwined and inside the wisdom of my name. And I consider myself first and foremost a poet, but my art here is me taking my poetry and trying to round it off. So I write my poetry and then I go around the city and I do spoken word, and my painting is the visual of the words that I create. So I do poetry, visual and spoken. I've been writing poetry since I was 14, and I've only been painting for the past year and a half, maybe 2 years now. And poetry has always been my format, my artistic release, how I get things out of me. And once I started painting, it was almost as though my words, because they had a visual, they were able to almost dance and more in sync with what I was trying to say. But yeah, my inspiration for poetry comes from many different places, from the deep heartbreak to the loss and grief in a family, to the funny ones. I have a poem that's pretty funny. It's called "I Just Poured Glitter on My Kitty," and it's very literal. It's not sexual in any way. I literally poured glitter on my cat one day, and it just completely inspired me to write the most ridiculous poem. But yeah. My biggest goal with my art is actually more so for myself. I'm not really in it to sell big pieces or anything. For the art specifically, it's more so a way for people to read my poetry, because I've noticed with poetry, people don't want to sit down and open a book and read word for word and analyze the poetry. But ever since I threw the words onto canvas, people are so intrigued at what they're looking at, these words, that they will read my poetry. So my goal with my art is to actually pull people towards poetry. Career isn't what I would put next to art. You know, I work with children, that's my career, but with poetry and painting, it's so much for myself to connect with the outer world that I want to take it wherever it takes me. Meeting people, I want it to help me make connections with other artists. And then with the spoken word, I want the poetry to let me connect with children and adolescents. I want to start working as motivational speaking and that kind of thing. I'm presenting 5 canvases, 5 different poems on canvases. They've been what I've been working on for the past 6 months. I finished up a few of them. I just started running out an art studio at Art Explosions. It's very exciting, and it's just kind of my collection after the past few months. I think it's incredible. I think it's so perfect for them to create a venue and a way for every facet of art to come together into one. I think it's and I said on my profile that at open mics I'm surrounded by poets, and in my studio I'm surrounded by paint, but here it's like photography and models and vision and stylists, and you just get it all. So I love the community of it. Hello. This piece is called Tracks. She's a paranoia-stricken type A squirrel with a temperature dropping in a wise dome's whirl. She heats the freeze and at the same time spins hot thoughts into a web of ice-cold wind. Sir top on hat whistles at the flies walking by who are surging in a saunter around her rotting mind's eye. Like a lost train's membrane seeking extra wheels, she sighs. Her trail is lost its tread, and her spokes are creaking, leaking, tires peeling, tracking backwards to the darkest corner of her head. Logic feels no feeling, knowing knows no dread, and as time has told a story, she will say what she won't say. Thanks. My name is Sophia PHIAMESO, and I am a rock.